ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं खलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। भुजे सव्यवेणुं शिरसि शिखिपिच्छं कटितटे दुकूलां नेत्रान्ते सहचरकटाक्षं विदधते। सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीलापरिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणुम् अभीक्ष्णशः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयं। भक्त्या विहीन अपराधलक्षै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नवृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। भूमोस्खलितपादानां भूमिरेव यवलम्बनम् त्वय्यजात अपराधानां त्वमैव शरणं प्रभो। वागीशा यस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्या च वक्ष्यासि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित्तं निसिंहाम् अहं भजे। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Today is a very auspicious tithi, Shri Pavitra Aropani Ekadashi. On the day of Ekadashi, one should control all the various sense organs and engage them in the service of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. This is the purpose of observing the Ekadashi Vrata. One should refrain from performing sinful activities and engaging in other sense gratificatory activities on this particular day and engage them fully in the service of Supreme Lord. And this Ekadashi Vrata is to be observed for the pleasure of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Even though in Karmakanda and at other places the fruits of observing a particular Ekadashi is mentioned, that if you do this particular Ekadashi you will get this result, if you do this then you will get your kingdom, if you do this you will get heavenly planets, if you do this you will get a sun. In this manner, every Ekadashi has different fruit. If you perform sinful activities, you will become free from all sinful activities. Pavitra, you will become free. But the devotees, the Vaishnavas, observe this vrata only for the purpose of pleasing Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. That is the purpose behind all practices, not only Ekadashi, chanting the holy name, performing kirtana, or cooking, eating prasadam, taking rest even. Everything is to be done for the pleasure of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. We should not even sleep for our own pleasure, for our own sense gratification. We should sleep because our body will become fresh and ready to perform service properly. That is the reason for taking rest. Not to sleep in tamoguna, not to sleep in the mode of ignorance. That is not appropriate, that is not correct. So, all devotional practices are to be done only for the pleasure of Supreme Lord and nothing else. So, starting from today is also Jhulan Yatra, the swing festival of Radha Govinda, Radha Krishna. The swing festival is observed in the Kamyavana, which is among the 12 forests of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is also one among those forests, but the 12 forests that are surrounding Vrindavan, that is Kamyavan. In Kamyavan, this Radha Krishna swing festival is observed. But on the banks of Radha Kunda, every day this swing festival is going on, every day. Not for 5 days. We are observing it 5 days because actually we don't have eligibility. We don't have the eligibility to participate in the swing festival of Radha Krishna. Only those who are the female confidants of Krishna are only eligible for it. The Sakhis, only they are eligible. Not even the Sakhas. The Sakhas, they might have got they have got intimacy with Supreme Lord. But still, even with that kind of an intimacy, they cannot be part of the swing festival of Radha Krishna. This is only for Radha Krishna and other gopis and the other female confidants, no one else. So, from where do we get that eligibility? We have no eligibility. So, whatever we are doing, the swing festival that we are observing in this world is through as a process of sadhana for the remembrance. It's a form of a practice. Our Guru Varga has given us this opportunity to perform this service of Radha Krishna for 5 days. They have very mercifully given this service to us so that we one day will become eligible for that. The reason is that only if you get taste for something, then you would want to do it. The Kartika Vrata that we are doing, once for 1 full month we are observing intense penances, Hari Bhajan we are doing, and we are remembering the various pastimes of Radha Krishna during various time periods in a day. By doing it, when one's mind will get attached to it, the purpose of doing it for 1 month is that we should be doing it for the rest of the year also, for all the 11 months, not just for 1 month. But we are doing it just to get taste for it. It's not that we should do this Niyam Seva only for 1 month. We should be doing it for the whole year, entire life, not only 1 year, entire lifetime we should be doing it. But in order to create that love in us or the taste in us towards that kind of remembrance, this opportunity is provided. In a similar manner, this swing festival, starting from today up to the Purnima, the full moon night that is coming 5 days from today. Today is Ekadashi and Purnima is 5 days after. So these 5 days, it is Radha Krishna's swing festival. And the fifth day, Purnima, is Baladeva Purnima, Baladeva's appearance day. So starting from today to that day, this Radha Krishna swing festival is also observed. In the Vidhi Marga, not in the Raga Marga. Raga Marga needs eligibility. And Vidhi Marga also needs eligibility, that eligibility provided by the Guru Vargas. Yes, you can do it. They have given us the provision. Yes, you can do, no problem. If our Gurudev does not provide such, no, you simply chant, that is enough. Then that is our Vidhi, that is our duty. But they have given us this, mercifully given us this opportunity or adhikar or eligibility that you perform this for 5 days and you engage in Kirtan. Now in the Nat Mandir, Kirtan is going on. When, till the time Radha Krishna is there in the swing, Kirtans are to be performed. Whatever bhajan, whatever activity we are doing, it should be accompanied with Kirtan. Now when Radha Krishna took the seat in the swing, the Kirtans will begin. Kirtans are going on, Arati will begin. After Arati, Parikrama Kirtan will there. Parikrama Kirtan will be there. And after that, the Mangalacharan Kirtans will be there. And then after that, Radha Govinda will go to the temple again. So, we are performing this swing festival in accompaniment with Kirtan. We have to perform all kinds of devotional activities in accompaniment with Kirtan. This is the duty. This is the Vidhi, not duty. This is the Vidhi. This is the rule for all of us. Simply, swinging them is not service. You should do it with Kirtan, proper Kirtan. That is the true way of observing. That is the Vidhan, that is the procedure that is given by the Guru Vargas. And if we follow that, slowly we will develop taste for it. And thus, we will get entry into that abode. So that is why, starting from today, 5 days this festival is observed, and also starting from today, for 1 month, during the times of our Param Gurudev, we started Hari Smarana Mahotsav. Hari Smarana Mahotsav means remembrance, festival of remembering Lord Hari. Is it a festival? Yes. Remembrance is a festival. Forgetfulness is misery. What is a festival? Festival means happiness. As long as we have remembrance of Supreme Lord, we will be in a happy, blissful state. The moment we shall forget, then we are unhappy. We become unhappy. That is why Hari Smarana Mahotsav, remembrance of Hari, our Param Gurudev has especially started this because there are very, very important tithis coming in this 1 month. That is why every day there is a Kirtan. There is Kirtan every day. So starting from today, even that is also observed. So now we will continue from our reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from the 6th canto, 7th chapter. Before Vritasura has taken birth, there are a few developments that have happened that are very important or they were setting the stage for Vritasura to appear. So that is why we are reading how the stage has been set for Vritasura's appearance. At first, Indra was sitting in the kingdom in his heavenly abode, surrounded by all the demigods. They are all happily singing his glories, dancing in front of him. They are praising him, and he was sitting in a very, very beautiful elevated asana. He was also enjoying those prayers, and he was puffed up because of his opulence. When somebody is praising you overly, then you think that, oh, you are actually that. You will forget your actual real state. So that's what has happened with Indra. When Brihaspati, Devaguru, the guru of the demigods, Brihaspati came, he did not even get up from his seat. He did not offer the minimum respect that is to be given to a guru. He did not offer that. Brihaspati became unhappy and then he left. And then soon after, of course, Indra realized his mistake, and then he was chastising himself, he was abusing himself for his act, and then along with the demigods they went to the Brihaspati's place. But Brihaspati, even before that, he knew that Indra is coming, therefore he left his abode, his residential place, and then he went away. So in that manner, Brahma and the Indra and other demigods, they could not meet Brihaspati. Then the demons, now they saw this as an opportunity, that now they are without guru, we can attack them. They attacked, and then demigods lost in that attack, and then they immediately rushed towards Brahma, and then they submitted their prayers. This is our state, please rescue us. Brahma chastised them. Brahma said that only by the mercy of a guru the disciple is protected. When Shukracharya was not properly respected by the by the demons, they lost the battle. They lost their numbers. But now, because they have put their complete faith in Shukracharya, they became successful in their fight against you. They have lost battle several times against you, but how come they have attacked you now? You have to understand the reason. The reason is that you have disrespected a guru. Wherever a guru, a Brahmana and Supreme Lord is disrespected, there cannot be any glory, there cannot be any virtue, there cannot be any opulence, there cannot be any victory. Such a person will have to face destruction unfailingly. Therefore, the demons, they have got this mantra which cannot be pierced. Shukracharya has got this mantra by which he can bring back the life of the dead demons. Therefore, they are not even caring for the demigods now. They are not at all fearful now. They can attack any time. And at that time, you have left your guru. Those who are protected by Guru, those who are protected by Govinda, and those who are protected by the Brahmanas, they become always successful. In this manner, Brahma was speaking with the demigods. Now we will continue from the 25th verse. Tad Vishwarupam bhajatashu vipram tapasvinam tvashtra mathatmavantam sabhajito अर्थान स विधास्यते वो यदि क्षमिष्यध्वमुत्तास्य कर्म। हे देवगण, এখন তোমরা একটি কার্য করো। So he is further advising, because if you are not protected by the Brahmanas, if you are not protected by Guru, if you are not protected by Govinda and the cows, then you will face destruction. Nobody can save you. Therefore, now you do one thing. I am giving one advice to you. तपस्वी ओ आत्मज्ञानी त्वष्ट तनयो विश्वरूप नामक ब्राह्मण के शीघ्र जाइया गुरु रूपे भजन करो. Now you immediately go to Vishwarupa, a Brahmana, the son of Tvashtra. Prajapati, Tvashtra Prajapati. He is the son of Tvashtra Prajapati. His name is Vishwarupa. The wife of Tvashtra's wife her name is Rachana. Rachana is the sister of the demons. Rachana is the sister of demons. Therefore, she has got some connection with the demons because she is a sister. In that manner, Tvashtra Rishi's son Vishwarupa is you can say he's a nephew of the demons. So he has got connection with the demons. So he's telling that he's a tapasvi. He's a very, very austere person. And Atmagyani, he has knowledge about the Atma. Therefore, you go to him. He's a Brahman also, and you accept him as your Guru. Till the time you have no protection of Guru and Brahmana, you cannot be saved. Therefore, you go to him now. You have no shelter. You are not able to find Brihaspati. Therefore, you should go to him now. Tomader satkare pujay santushto hoile tini tomader abhishto vishayer siddhi vidhan koriben. You go and offer your due respects to him. Praise him. Worship him. And if he is pleased with your worship, then he will accept whatever you want from him. He will do whatever you want from him. But you should go and please him first. Accept him as your Guru. Asura-ganer prati tahar pakshapata rupa dosh tumra grahan koriben na. So Brahmaji has warned here. He has some inclination towards the demons, for sure. But you should not consider it. If you consider that he has, some liking towards demons, therefore we shall not accept him as our Guru, then you will face destruction at this point of time, because there is no appropriate person available to guide you and to, for you to serve. There is nobody. You accept him. Because as we just now we heard, because he has connection with the demons, the Vishwarupa, he has got connection with the demons, therefore he has got some inclination towards them. So, but you should overlook it. You should not consider it. So you accept Vishwarupa as your Guru by offering your prayers to him, and then Vishwarupa will be satisfied, and then he will become your Guru. But you should overlook his liking towards the demons. That is what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written in the commentary also. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ta eva mudita rajan brahmana vigatat jvara rishim tvashtram upavrajya parishvadyed amashruvan. सुखदेव कहिलेन, हे महाराज, ब्रह्मा এই প্রকার উপদেশ প্রদান করিলে দেবগণের সন্তাপ কিঞ্চিত দূর হওয়ায় ত্বষ্টতনয় বিশ্বরূপ ঋষির সমীপে তাহারা গমন করত তাহাকে আলিঙ্গন করিয়া বলিতে লাগলেন. So Shukadeva Goswami is continuing to Parikshit Maharaj, because the chapter opens with this question. Parikshit Maharaj is asking the question, why did Brihaspati leave the demigods? What offense did they do? This was the question. So Shukadeva Goswami is explaining. So my dear king, when Brahma has given such an advice to the demigods, they became very pleased. Oh, okay, now we have a protector. And with being satisfied, they approached the son of Tvashtra. His name is Vishwarupa. They approached him, and then Vishwarupa was young in age. He was young. The demigods were, he's just a small boy, not a very, very, old person. He's a young man. So they went and they embraced him. Like a same age you embrace, in a similar manner the demigods went and embraced him. Shri Deva Uchuhu Bayam te atithah prapta ashramam bhadramastute kalah sampadyatam tata पितृणाम समयोचितः. देवगण कहिलेन, हे तात, तुम्हार मंगल होक. আমরা দেবগণ অতিথি রূপে তোমার আশ্রমে উপস্থিত হইয়াছি, অতএব তুমি পিতৃগণের সময়োচিত কামনা পূরণ করো. So the Devatas spoke to Vishwarupa in this manner. My dear son, all auspiciousness may come upon you. Because he's a small boy, he's not a very aged man, so they said, may all auspiciousness come upon you. We demigods have come to you as your guests today. And Tumi Pitraganer Samayochita Kamana Puran Karo. And we are like your fathers. Why father? Because Tvashta Rishi is, Prajapati is also one among those demigods. Not demigods, his Prajapatis are basically meant to bring the progeny, bring more creation into being. This is the purpose of the Prajapatis. But, Rachana, the wife of Tvashta Rishi, is the sister of demons. That is why the Devatas, they also are just like the parents. Actually, demigods and demons, they are brothers. They are actually brothers because they are coming from Kashyapa Rishi. Kashyapa, right? Kashyapa Rishi. From Diti, all the demons came, and from Aditi, the demigods came. So Kashyapa Rishi had two wives, Diti and Aditi. From the womb of Diti, all the demons have come, and from Aditi's womb, all the demigods have come. Actually, they are brothers. So now Rachana is a sister of demons, means she is also sister of Devatas. So son of the sister means he is a nephew. So they are like parents to him. They are in the parental mood or parental age. Therefore, he is telling that we have come to your ashrama, we have come to your hermitage as guests, and now you should, offer us a befitting welcome, just like a parent is offered. Means just like you offer respect to the parents, in a similar manner you should offer your respects to us, because they are just like the parents. Putranam hi paro dharmaha pitru shushushanam satam api putravatam brahman kimuta brahmacharinam. He Brahman, Jahara Putraban, Sei Putraganer, Shushushai, Sad Putradiger, Param Dharma. Jahara Brahmachari, Tahader Kotha Arki Bolbo. So he is telling, the Devatas are telling to Vishwarupa that, you see, even if the son has got another son, means the son has also a son, means he became a father. A son became a father. In spite of that, the son still has a duty towards his father. He may have become father, but still he is a son to his own father. Therefore, his duty towards his father is to be performed. There is, because you have become father, therefore you have become free from your father's service. It is not true. You always remain a son. Therefore, you should be serving your parents. And now, you are a brahmachari, so what to speak of you? Even a person who has, given birth to son, actually, we heard this previously, that we cannot repay our debt to our parents. Mother and father, we cannot pay back our debt. When we were child, when we were innocent, when we are also in the womb of the mother, the way the mother has taken care of us, and after that, the way both mother and father have taken care of us, when we knew nothing, no child can pay back the debt to the parents. No child. But in the scriptures, there is a way it is mentioned that the child can get married, and by producing a child and thereby, propagating the family lineage to further, pass on the family lineage by giving birth to another child, to some extent, the son will be freed from the debt towards the father. Means by getting married and producing a child, he will be partially freed from the, debt towards his own father. But now you are a brahmachari, means you have got even more responsibility to serve your father, like us. We are like your uncles, so you should be serving us. So here the demigods are approaching Vishwarupa in this manner, that they are indicating him that it is his responsibility to help them. So this is the mood they are approaching, and now he has got an opportunity to serve, therefore he should serve them. This is the serve them, means serve them as their guru. Guru means, of course, they will only serve him, but still they should accept their proposal. That is what they are indicating. Acharyo Brahmano Murtihi Pita Murtihi Prajapatehe Bhrata Marutpater Murtir Mata Sakhat Khite Stunaha Dayaya Bhagini Murtir Dharmasyatma Tithihi Swayam Agner Abhyagato Murtihi सर्वभूतानि चात्मनः, जिन्हीं उपनयन प्रदान पूर्वक सांगोपांग निषद वेद अध्ययन कुरान से आचार्य वेदेर मूर्ति. Further, they are telling that that acharya, that guru who gives us upanayan, who performs the upanayan sanskara. Upanayan sanskara means the thread ceremony. He who performs the thread ceremony and gives the knowledge of Sangha Upanga Upanishad, means the Upanishad with all its branches, means the various branches of the Vedas. That guru who performs the thread ceremony and gives the knowledge of the various branches of the Vedas, that acharya is a personification of the Vedas. He is a personification of the Vedas. Pita Brahmaramurti, and father is a personification of Brahma, because Brahma is the creator, he is giving birth. Father is a Murti, he is a personification of Brahma. Brata Indrar Murti, and brother is a personification of Indra, who is the best among the demigods, who is the king of the demigods. Mata Sakhat Prithvir Murti, mother is a personification of earth. We should be serving earth. We should be offering our obeisances to her. We should be begging our forgiveness towards her. So, mother is, earth is a personification of mother, or mother is a personification of earth. Sister is a personification of mercy, and guest is a personification of dharma, religious duty. And abhyakata, a person who is welcomed, he is a personification of Agni, means the fire god. Evam Bhuta Samoha Bhagavan Sri Vishnu Murti, and all the living entities are a personification of Vishnu. Means you should be seeing the Supreme Lord in everyone. In all the living entities, one should be seeing the Supreme Lord. And Atithi and all other persons, all these persons they are mentioned here, they are the personification of all that. Means you should be seeing everyone as the personification of Supreme Lord, and thus you should be giving respect to everyone. Tasmat Pitrinam Artanam Artim Paraparabharavam Tapasapanayam Stata Sandesham Kartumarhasi. He Vatsa Amra Shatruganer Nikata Parajito Hoya Atyanta Dukhito Hoyachi. So now they are coming to the actual point. What they actually wanted, for what purpose they have come, they are telling now. First they have, expressed their, expressed Vishwarupa's duty towards the parents, towards the uncles, that is the demigods. And now the demigods are saying that, you see, my dear son, we have been defeated by our enemies, that is the demons, and thus we are extremely unhappy for it. আমাদের সেই পরাভব রূপ দুঃখ তুমি স্বীয় তপোবলে দূর করিয়া আমাদের প্রার্থনা পালন করতে সমর্থ। And you are very much, capable of driving away our misery by the strength of your austerities. You are a Brahmana and you are a Brahmachari. Therefore, you are very much capable of driving away our miseries that we have faced from our enemies through that power of penances. Sri Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, if Vishwarupa were to say that, okay, don't give me the instructions that what is my duty, because so far they have been telling that this is the duty, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. Don't explain what is dharma to me. Please tell me what is the purpose for which you have come to me. If Vishwarupa were to ask this question, in reply, this is in reply to that, this is what the demigods have said. What is that? That we have been troubled by our enemies, that is the demons, and we are extremely unhappy and in a state of misery, and only you are capable of driving away that misery. You please help us. So this is the purpose of our coming to you. So we will give a break here and then continue tomorrow. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेद व्यास महामुनि की जय। परमारत्म श्री गुरुदेव महाराज की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।